All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Quatropus, and today I'm going to be running probably the most underrated way forward game that has been released, The Mummy Demastered. I feel that a lot of people pass this up because it is a movie tie-in game to The Mummy that came out a few years ago, and that movie was bad, but way forward, the devs of Shantae, they decided, hey, let's actually make this worthwhile. So it's a 2D Metroidvania, and it's a pretty tricky one that has some pretty cool mechanics to it. The game starts immediately when I click this file, so when y'all are ready in the back. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so like I said, it's a movie tie-in game, so everything that the game is telling you as far as story is the same in the movie. Prodigium, which is this secret service that focuses on finding supernatural stuff. Eventually, you know, they deal with Tom Cruise, but you'll notice that we're not actually Tom Cruise in this game because Tom Cruise has this thing about his likeness where you can't use it in like action figures or comics or video games. So we actually play as a nameless soldier. This whole beginning area is a tutorial mission. And you'll see like Russell Crowe though a few times. We just skip through the dialogue. But because we're playing a nameless soldier, we're not like a hero. So you'll see here one of the interesting things about the death mechanic in this game. Aminette right here, she's going to res these soldiers. When your character dies, what happens is everything that you've gathered, all your guns, all your power-ups, grenades, med packs, they are all on that soldier. So in order to get it back, what we'll have to do is we'll have to find that soldier and kill him to recover everything. A lot of people felt that it was a little bit tricky, and in the early stages, you used to put the soldier outside of an area where like you couldn't get to, and it was a problem, but they overall fixed it about a few weeks after. And this little cutscene right here, can't skip it. What happens is just tells us about Prodigium and what they do. The reason why we died at the beginning is it's actually faster to do that there than to escape Iraq or the caves in Iraq. We wanted to run into the soldiers because the soldiers body checking them does the most damage at 20 HP. Shooting is less than 10, and those bugs crawling around is about 11 to 13. So oh yeah. Well, you can go ahead and read that out if you want.
All right, everyone, so we got a $75 donation by the Lemon Fairy, and they say, love watching these runs and all for a good cause. Let's get the 3-heart challenge, everybody. Which brings us past our initial goal of $1,500 for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society.
Nicely done.
And the day's not over, so let's see if we can make it to 2,000. Let's do it.
So you'll notice on ledges and near doors that I'm actually rolling. Rolling actually saves a bit of frames, and your character moves a little bit faster. However, if you roll at the worst time, what's going to happen is that your character is going to you kind of get into a second of delay. And I'll just do it. I'll do it up here just to show you. Well, of course, I ran into a wall, but I'll do it right here. You notice how he had to use time to get back up. I missed that jump. So the weird thing about this, too, is if you kind of just make your way halfway through a platform, you can actually double jump through the platform. So what you want to do in that room is if you time it correctly right at the very end, you can make it to where your body is halfway through the platform, and then you can just jump above it. Oop. All right. So we have to do a few things here at the beginning. We're not allowed to continue the game until we do these little tutorial rooms. They kind of help. One's a assault rifle, which is an upgrade to the submachine gun. Submachine gun is not a lot of damage, but you do have infinite ammo, which is nice. Submachine gun, or the assault rifle, is what we're going to use for pretty much the whole game. I actually need to farm here a little bit because I accidentally used too many grenades. I'm gonna play it safe here because I'm a little bit low of HP. So the first room we're going to come to is to get the submachine gun. So we're pretty much going to use this for the rest of the game. There are about 6 to 7 guns in the game, but we only collect 2 of them. The assault rifle and the harpoon gun. Other guns you get are similar to like flamethrowers, plasma guns, rocket launchers. I am gonna grab maybe a few life ups here. So we get a health pack here, which is very similar to Super Metroid in the energy tanks. Your base health is 99, but per med pack it adds an extra 100. And of course, collecting a med pack actually also full heals you as well. So, ooh. This room, we don't really have to worry about this room too much. This is pretty much just a fast travel point. Once you find other helicopter rooms, it's the easiest way to get through, get between areas. So we want to start this cutscene here. Now there is a little bit of RNG as far as where the zombies spawn. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to use a grenade and... Or I guess I'm out of them. Okay, cool. Wonder when that happened. But normally I throw a grenade there just to explode either 1 or 2 of them at the beginning.
I actually remember that ambulance from the movie.
Yeah. So this is the area where we come across our first boss, but the fun thing about this is that there are about 5 bosses in the game. We skip 3 of them. Well, 2.5, but the third one, we'll talk about it when we get there. So in order to skip this, I'm just gonna jump under that platform. And these right here are ammo capacity increases. So we now actually have more ammo for our upgrade, our guns that we pick up, and more grenades. So the game right here wants you to go around to the left. However, we could do that double jump there. Completely skip it. Do a roll under him. Now you're supposed to go a route to get to the first boss. However, we're gonna do a damage boost skip in order to completely skip the first boss. So we're gonna come over here, kill that one, give it a few jumps. All right, that was pretty quick. The reason we do this is that there's an item over here called a rappel gear or rappel gear. And this actually takes us to the next area. The reason why you're not supposed to get it now is that after you kill the first boss, which is a big spider, I'm gonna damage boost off of him real quick. There we go. After you kill the first boss, you get a scroll, which is the ability. You get several of them. Like you get higher jumps, you get water breathing. The first one we get though is like a ceiling climb. So what that game intended you to do is use it to crawl along the ceiling in order to get past those gaps. So I want to do a quick jump here. I missed it. I want to actually use the grenade to kill the giant beetle. All right, let's see if I can get through here without taking oh. I say. It's a pretty tricky room. The you can actually manipulate certain rooms to do whatever you want. I was just off manipulation there. So we're gonna actually go from left to right here to grab 2 ammo upgrades. You'll also notice, and it's a weird thing, we've actually tried to talk to the devs about it, but on modern hardware, the game kind of, it stays at 60, but we have certain areas where we get some sort of lag, and during that lag, it can eat commands. So like if you see me fail a roll, it's because I'm witnessing some sort of lag. I kill him. The other one's not too bad. So the fastest way to do this room is to actually just constantly keep jumping out of the water onto the platforms. And try to get this jump. I gotta get it on the way down, and I got it. Cool. So the rolling I'm doing a lot, but coming up we get a scroll that actually kind of like we stop doing rolls because it actually stops our momentum. Very similar to the fast running in Super Metroid. Getting a bit of lag in this room. All right, so the first scroll we get is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. We actually have our run speed increased. So if we keep momentum in a room, we actually constantly keep moving faster. So now we actually never need to do rolls. Because of this, there are some rooms like this one coming up and the next one that are really fun to do if you nail it. Let's see if I get the edge jump here. I did. And then the next room, we're actually going to stop for a second and then move. The reason why we do this is so we can manipulate this room. And now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stand in this green slime for a bit, because we're coming up to our second skip, which actually uses the death mechanic. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna take a hit from one of these guys. I'm gonna save here. Very similar to Super Metroid, if you don't use any save points and you die late game, it takes you all the way back to wherever your main save point is. So I think for Super Metroid, it would be the ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to move to this edge right here and force a death. What this does is that it brings us a new soldier to use. However, we're not going to kill that one yet. What we're going to do is we're going to body check a few times, get low health. And I'm going to stand right here. Take another death. He's actually also in a good position. So the reason why we want to do this is that there's a platform right above that one. So if we kill this guy, oop, get our stuff back. That's actually not a bad position, so I do have to jump a little bit further ahead though. So I need to be pretty quick. There we go. So that is the second boss skip. So now moving on, we're going to enter the third area of the game, or fourth, where we get our second upgrade, which is the super jump. Another room that that feels good with movement if you do it right. So if I shoot these dogs a little bit, there we go. Oop. That fell in the water. And this room feels really good too. There we go. All right. Getting some of that lag as I was talking about earlier in this room, so feels weird to jump. Damage boost off the back of this dog so I can just bounce forward. And then we're gonna do another damage boost to get over a ledge. All right, so now we get the Scroll of Haket, which is jump height increase. By getting this, though, we are introduced to some of the more annoying enemies. These skeleton guys, when you shoot them, they shoot off into 8 directional fireballs, but bumping into them also, it doesn't do that, but it is a waste of time. And there's a lot of them later, too. All right, I'm just going to play this one differently. Normally, you want to jump over or jump between and close to that wall to just skip those platforms, but sometimes if the manipulation of the enemies is off, that beetle will actually be where you're supposed to jump. So we're coming over here for another item. I was talking about guns, but you also get different types of grenades. The one we're getting here is the C4. These bombs are the ones that help us get through metal doors. So set that, and grab a little bit of HP, it's fine. I didn't get that jump. If you jump correctly in that room, you can actually keep your momentum in this room. All right, here's a tricky jump. Because we don't have the first scroll where it allows us to ceiling climb, we actually have to, oh, okay. Now the first try. You basically have to do like a frame perfect jump at the very end to make that jump. We have maybe one more later that we have to do. Grab a few things, do that platform jump right there. And now we're actually getting our second gun right here, the harpoon gun. So the harpoon gun, the DPS is worse than the assault rifle, but it does better single target damage. You'll see in this room, it starts killing these enemies just one hit, which are these little jar-like enemies. I'm gonna need, okay, there we go. I did accidentally forget to pick up a ammo upgrade, but that's fine. There's another one I can pick up. So here, we're actually gonna sit for about a minute. So if you have anything in the back, feel free to talk about it. I'll explain what I'm doing afterwards. I just really need to sit here and count the amount of ammo that I use here. All right. Well, so oh, did you get a donation? Okay, yeah, you can read it off.
All right. So we just got a $100 donation from Kip, who ran Super Metroid Low Percent Ice yesterday, and he says, "Gotta get some low percent hearts for Zelda, and best of luck to Quattro on this game. Looks sweet." And with that, the incentive for the 3 Hearts challenge for The Legend of Zelda has been met, and we are now at 1,600 total for NMSS. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's keep it going. We can make it to 2,000 before the end of the day, I'm sure of it. And we might have a little surprise incentive for you guys, because that was pretty much it. You just destroyed everything we put in your way. So we might just challenge you a little bit more.
I think he's close to death here. I'll be able to tell because the room starts to explode. There we go. So what happens here is that if you were to walk off that ledge, a cutscene would happen where Anaket will show up, and the boss fight between Anubis will start up. Anubis is a flying boss, and he basically spawns in the center of the room. However, his hitbox remains there even outside of the cutscene. So you can actually kill him off screen on PC. If you were to walk into the room, though, after killing him, it soft locks your game. I didn't make those jumps, but that's okay. You can't do that on console, though. Console, if you try to do that, it just basically straight up soft locks your game anyways. This room can be pretty tricky with some of these enemies here, so I'm gonna take it a little bit safe. Get a little bit more ammo. If you time off any of those jumps, what happens is those skulls start basically overrunning you, and you just have to like take your time. I want to do a quick jump here if I can. No, it's all right. You see how these enemies can get pretty annoying. Oh. So because I missed a ammo upgrade, we actually have to go to another one here. It might waste us a little bit of time, but it's okay. I have enough ammo for it. This room can be pretty annoying. So I'm gonna just dodge that guy. Because you have all these flying crows, which are very, very much like Medusas in Castlevania. But I need to keep momentum here and then jump, and I got it. Okay. I'm also gonna do a safety reload here as well. Gotta get some HP here, which is fine. 222 bullets. Shout out to Skate Man if you're watching. So now we're in our fifth area, which is the clock tower. This is the very first boss we're gonna actually fight in the game. I also forgot to mention, because this is actually when I found out who actually did the OST. When I was first casually playing this game, I got to this room. I'm doing a little clip here just to get on this side. But I was sitting here, I was like, ooh, I almost missed that jump. I was worried about that rat coming down. But when I got into this building during the casual play, I was like, this music sounds very similar to an artist named Monomer. And so I decided to look it up, and sure enough, Monomer actually did the OST. I was like, oh, that's why I love this so much. Check out Monomer if you can. His music's really good. So do a few jumps here. We're actually going to come up to one of the trickier jumps again, because we don't have the first scroll, the ceiling climb. Let's go ahead and do a full jump here. Just kind of duck here just because we gotta wait for these platforms. All right, so I actually need to keep momentum here. You basically have to jump at the very edge of that platform. It's very tricky to do. There we go. Second try, not too bad. So I'm just run past this guy. Grab that platform. I'm gonna kill this guy for safety, because those guys can like they throw their stabs, which are very much like boomerangs. Whoops. Don't go to the left there, because that's actually the scroll that we skipped earlier. It just shows up here. Those guys can throw their stabs like boomerangs and knock you off. So here's our first boss. Technically fourth boss. We basically just... There's a few damage boosts through beams in order to kill him quick. We should be able to kill him after the second rotation, which is where he climbs around the wall. So I'm just going to stand here, get some shots in. These beams only do about like 40 to 50 damage, so it's okay. Ooh, that might be a bit rough, because now these platforms kind of... Okay, so now we have to play a little bit safe. Throw some grenades here. I missed the safety save, so what happens is that if I die here, that is a huge time loss. And I died. All right, so we have to basically do the skip again. Actually, if it's possible, no. All right, I gotta figure out how to fix this. I think I actually have to fight the second boss now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight the second boss now. That comes with the game. It's very similar to like Super Metroid, where the game's gonna get tough. I should use the safety save, but that's okay. This is gonna push it over estimate, and I'm very sorry about that. So here's the second boss that we could have fought. Very simple, but it's just pretty much a wave-based kind of boss. But since I have no weapons that I should have during this boss, it's going to take a little bit of time. I might just actually end up dying here again. Yep. This is pretty rough right now, but it's okay. You can understand what happens if you take a death late game. So I don't actually know if this guy's going to affect the soldier later, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill him. Or I do get the incendiary grenades though. Terribly sorry about this. The only thing is that I'm hoping I didn't actually lock my game in a way, because maybe it still puts the soldier past the point where I can't actually kill him. Which will be a first. So I'm gonna quiet down real quick and just focus. That's fine. That was like the last phase. Terribly sorry about this, everyone.
Hey, it's a marathon. You don't have to be sorry about anything.
Right.
Either way, we get more of this awesome game, so no one's complaining.
Just some bad luck. Just there was a safety save I could have done, but I kind of just risked it. So we just have to try this boss again, and then hope that I can actually get back to the soldier to get all my stuff back.
Come on, everyone in the crowd. Let's give him some energy. Let's go. We got your back, man. It's all good.
Well, to talk about that, at least, like, some people were, like, on the Steam reviews, just like, it's a great game, but Insanely difficult. And you can see why. Welcome to what low percent would look like, though. Although we would have the assault rifle here since it forces it on us, and the extra med pack. But we're doing this without any of those. Or since it's the last phase of them, play it safe. All right, there we go. So definitely grab some of this HP. That's fine. So we just do have to progress through a few rooms that we normally would have never had to. Kill him since I don't want to damage boost him. And you'll remember this room, because this is going on to the 4th area. So I am gonna play it safe with these dogs. Actually, since I have the high jump, we're gonna skip all that stuff again. You have to take it slowly through these rooms. Definitely in this room too. Being able to kill the rats will be able to give me some HP that I need. since I can't actually... Maybe I can just... Damn, nope. All right, play it safe. Grab some HP. Oh, don't leave. Oh, I didn't kill him. Okay. Terribly sorry that this room's taking a long time. So I need to actually kill this guy first. All right. I'm missing out on a lot of HP. Well, the boss is dead at least. I am terribly sorry about this. This is as pretty much how bad marathon luck can actually go in a difficult game. I need to kill a few things just to get some HP. Oh, I skipped it. So focused on trying to get the HP that I just ran right past it. Trying to get at least a little bit of HP if anything will drop it. That's actually good. Get these to get some HP. Doing all this with base gun is not the easiest thing. That's fine, I just want to bait that guy. See if he drops. Yeah, there we go. Having the soldier here is not going to be fun, but at least he gave me a little bit of HP, which helps. This room's going to be rough, though. All right. Ooh, okay, good. Need that big one. And bait that guy down. Okay. We're getting closer. I do believe the one that I could have grabbed should be right here. Yes. Okay. I will take this save here. Actually, oh, I don't even have grenades, so I can't even get that one. So I will show the normal way of how you're supposed to get through it during a casual. Because you have the ceiling climb, you're supposed to just be able to do this. But you can see how slow that is. Gotta take this room slow now. Because these guys hit for 50. All right. All right. We kill this guy. There we go. We've been able to at least get back to where it was, and at least it wasn't a soft lock. Terribly sorry about all that time loss, though. But at least it was able to show how bad low percent can actually be. I'm going to be short ammo on this fight, though. But it's okay. So I'm gonna actually just jump over this one just to make sure I have enough health. Normally I would just damage boost it, or damage through it, but it's fine. All right, he's in the red, so he's almost dead. There we go. All right. Huge, major time loss between all that, but we are at least able to catch back up. Boss is dead, so now we can continue the run. I've actually never died there before and had to bounce back. It's basically like, oh, this is a reset run. And of course, we can't do that, so.
A what?
Yeah, it's forbidden word, sorry. So we got the Scroll of Aniket, which is a scroll that allows us to breathe underwater. And it's not like we swim, we just pretty much sink to the floor. Like imagine the iron boots in Ocarina of Time. So I'm just gonna drop here. I'm gonna go this way because I do want to actually stop here and get an ammo refill. All right, so safety, because I know better now. Just go ahead and do a safety save here. The next couple rooms can't kill me, but at this point I don't trust it anymore. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to keep momentum here. I've already missed my jump actually. So keep momentum, and I need to jump on here. Do like a light jump here. Hope no crows hit me. Okay. Since I have that, I could just use that instead of just trying for that jump. Get our second health pack of the game. You'll see right here what Anuket does. We're allowed to just run underwater. I also failed to explain, like, if you come from the bottom of a room, like that one right there where I was in the water. Okay, these sarcophagi are rough. These are the worst enemies in the game. But if you came from the bottom, if you were to push jump coming out of it, you can actually get a double jump in. It's okay if I use ammo here because there's going to be an ammo refill right before the final boss.
The art in this part really reminds me of Metroid Zero Mission for some reason.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the cave part.
Basically just killing some of these enemies, try to get at least a little bit of HP. That's what I'm gonna do here as well. Do a refill right here, safety save. And then all we have left now is the final boss. Wait for him to speed boost to the side. Okay. Now for the final boss, we fight Anaket, who has two different forms. The first form is just this mummy version of her. She'll teleport around the room. If she's far away, she's going to do a boomerang attack. Up close, she's just going to slice with the knife she has. You want the far one, like this one, because it at least gets a few more hits in. I'll switch to this gun as well, too. So luckily these enemies here that spawn can drop consumables, so sometimes you can get lucky with drops like HP. Ooh, where'd that one go? All right, first phase down. So that means I am missing a health pack here, so I am going to play a little bit safe on this second form. Luckily, the hitbox on the head doesn't exist, but the arms can do a lot of damage. So this is pretty much almost like a bullet hell right here. So I want to get on this side. So basically, I'm just going to do this for the full fight. However, when he's in the red, I'm going to take a bit of damage. Because what the game wants us to do at the very end is escape, but we don't actually have to do that. I'll take some hits there, that's fine. Those blasts do about 50, so I can only take 2 more. Oof. I have to be super careful now. All right, he's in the red, so he's close. I just have to play a little bit cautious. Yes. But time is not after it. There's a little bit more that we have to do. This is a bad placement of hands. Ooh, okay. Okay. So I am a little bit high of health, which is not great. Because in the next room, or 2 rooms from here, we're actually going to end exactly how we started the game. And we just, oh, well, Ankh of Seker right here, or Seker, just randomly appears here for some reason. That allows us to at least do this. I guess the game recognizes that you're supposed to have it. So I need to wish for a good RNG here with these rocks. And time is on the last hit. Time. Well, that was pretty rough. I wasn't expecting that bad death, and of course, when you're trying to just go for PBs and whatnot, you kind of sacrifice some of those saves. And if anything, it shows how difficult a run this can be if you kind of like sacrifice those saves, and how rough low percent is. So that's going to be fun rounding out, since we don't have one. As far as the categories, we have any percent, 100% in all bosses. To know how much time that death lost, my current PB as far as RTA is like 33 minutes. So having to play it safe, deal with like a boss maybe 2 times, it just shows you how much time backtracking actually costs you. But outside of that, great game, great music. If you're into difficult speedruns, this is one of those runs, as you saw. But yeah, outside of that, I want to thank a few people. Thank you NoReset for letting me run this. Apologies for a rough run.
Okay. Let me cut you off right now.
Okay.
Stop apologizing. It's part of the game.
Yeah, no,
it happens. Trust me, I've been there. And at AGDQ 2016, I did Axiom Verge in front of like 90,000 people.
Right.
And I messed up so bad. So I know how you feel, and I know what it's like to go through that, to have a run go bad when you're in a marathon. Don't beat yourself over it.
Right.
This one run does not define you as a runner. And actually, that final boss fight, if anyone says, oh, you know, that runner was mediocre at best or whatever, you just brush them off because you owned it. Like, once you got back on track and going through these rooms, like, you submitted an any percent category, and effectively you ran low percent for 1/3 of the run, which was not in the plans. So just like, and I know some people, like, a couple people, not a lot, but a couple of people say that the slowpoke thing that we got going on is, you know, oh, you're putting more pressure on the runner. Actually, it's just to show you that it's no big deal. It's all fun. It's all good. And everyone here enjoyed your run, and you showcased a great game that a lot of people in chat want to pick up now thanks to you. So you have nothing to apologize for and everything to be proud of. People, let's hear it for Quatropus right now.
Thank you. Another thanks goes out to 8-Bit Rangers Gaming. They were the team that picked me up about early this year, and they have helped me get runs into marathons, like my limit break run earlier this year. And they have just been nothing but supportive to my endeavors. So I want to thank them massively for helping me get here as well. So,
well, thank you for submitting this run and coming here, because as I keep saying over and over again, without runners, there's no show. So it's thanks to all of you that we're able to do this and have this awesome 3 days of pure entertainment for everyone. So once again, thank you, Quatropus. And it's not over. Coming up next is Cluster Truck. So stay tuned, and let's hear it one more time, because he really soldiered through that run. So thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. We'll be right back.